The sea exploded into motion. Millions of fish swarmed around Ethan like a living shield, their shimmering scales reflecting the sunlight until the ocean looked like liquid silver. The kraken's massive tentacle stopped just short of crushing him. For the first time during the battle, it hesitated. Captain Roland lowered his harpoon. No one had ever seen a Calamity-class monster hesitate. The kraken let out a deep, rumbling cry that echoed across the sea. Slowly, it withdrew its tentacles and slipped beneath the waves. Within moments, the ocean became calm again. The battle was over. Silence hung over Arkhaven. Then the system chimed. Emergency event, complete. Arkhaven successfully defended. Contribution ranking, 1. Captain Roland, 8,430 points. 2. Commander Elise, 7,912 points. 3. Ethan Carter, 2,485 points. Rewards calculated. Golden light surrounded Ethan. Level up. Level 4, right arrow. Level 10. Strength plus 12. Agility plus 11. Stamina plus 15. Intelligence plus 8. Free attribute points, 15. More notifications appeared. Contribution rewards survival points times 800 rare blueprint. Reinforced hull rare blueprint. Wind turbine epic item. Ocean compass, a beautifully crafted compass appeared in Ethan's inventory. Unlike an ordinary compass, its needle glowed blue instead of pointing north. Ocean compass quality, epic. It does not point north. It points toward opportunity. Special effect, detects nearby treasures, ruins, and hidden events. Ethan smiled. Now that's useful. That evening, Ethan was invited to the highest deck of Arkhaven. A large round table overlooked the endless ocean. Captain Roland sat at its head. Beside him were 6 elders, each wearing armor crafted from sea monsters. One elderly woman studied Ethan with piercing green eyes. Young man, how long have you possessed the ocean's blessing? I didn't even know I had one. The elders exchanged uneasy glances. Captain Roland sighed. I was afraid you'd say that. He walked toward a dusty bookshelf and pulled out an ancient journal. Its pages were stained with salt and age. The first floating cities were built nearly 3,000 years ago. He opened the journal to a faded drawing. It showed a young woman standing atop a wooden raft. Behind her floated countless sea creatures. Around her neck hung a glowing blue crystal. Ethan froze. The crystal looked identical to the faint blue symbol that had appeared on his chest after the battle. Roland pointed at the drawing. Her name was Lyra. The first chosen. The first. Roland nodded. There have only been 6. Each one appeared during an age of great disaster. And each one, his voice became quieter, challenged a world boss. What happened? No one knows. They never returned. The room fell silent. After the meeting, Ethan returned to his small vessel. It looked even smaller after seeing the enormous ships of Arkhaven. He opened the upgrade menu. Boat upgrade available. Current tier, 1 target tier, 2 requirements. Wood times 80. Scrap metal times 40. Rope times 25. Reinforced hull blueprint. Survival points 500. Upgrade, yes/no. Ethan didn't hesitate. Yes. Blue light enveloped the boat. The transformation lasted nearly 30 seconds. The hull widened. Steel reinforcements appeared beneath the wood. A second mast rose into place. The tiny cabin expanded into a proper room with a bed, storage lockers, and a crafting bench. A steering wheel replaced the simple tiller. A retractable anchor unfolded beneath the hull. When the light faded, the boat looked like an entirely different vessel. Vessel successfully upgraded Tier 2 exploration cutter length, 12 meters durability, 450/450 storage, 100 slots speed, 16 knots crew capacity, 8 new features crafting workshop. Navigation table. Auto fishing nets. Freshwater tank. Wind turbine mount. Skill unlocked. Auto repair eye. Repairs 1 durability every minute outside combat. Ethan walked through the cabin with a grin. I could actually live here. The crafting workshop immediately lit up. New blueprints became available. Iron harpoon. Diving suit basic. Water purifier. Harpoon ballista. Refrigerated storage. 1 blueprint caught his eye. Sonar scanner. Requirements, crystal core ×1. Copper wiring ×20. Glass ×15. A crystal core. He had never heard of one. Just then, his new ocean compass began glowing. The blue needle slowly rotated before pointing east. The system displayed another message. Hidden location detected distance, 38 kilometers unknown structure. Estimated difficulty, level 10-15 possible rewards, ancient technology. Crystal core. Forgotten blueprints. Ethan smiled. My first dungeon. The next morning, Captain Roland met Ethan at the harbor. You could stay. We always need skilled builders. Ethan looked toward the eastern horizon. The glowing compass needle never stopped pointing in that direction. If I stay here, I'll never find a way home. Roland nodded. I thought you'd say that. He handed Ethan a leather map. Most of it was blank. Only a handful of locations were marked. These are the cities we know. There are only 12 left. 12. There were once hundreds. Roland's expression darkened. The ocean is winning. Before Ethan stepped aboard his upgraded cutter, Roland added one final warning. If your compass ever points into black water, turn around. No treasure is worth entering the grave sea. Ethan frowned. What's in the grave sea? Roland answered with only 3 words. The Sleeping King. As Ethan's cutter sailed east, the people of Ark Haven watched from the docks. Some waved. Others saluted. A few whispered prayers. By sunset, the city had disappeared beyond the horizon. For the first time, Ethan was truly alone again. While drifting with the ocean, his sonar emitted a sharp ping. A glowing outline appeared beneath the waves. It was enormous. Not a monster, a city. An entire city rested on the ocean floor, its towering skyscrapers still standing despite thousands of years beneath the sea. At its center, something radiated a brilliant blue light. The system displayed a new notification. Ancient ruin discovered ## Atlantis Research Sector 7 status. Unexplored first clear bonus available. Recommended level, 12 warning, unknown guardian detected. The blue marker hovered over the ocean for several seconds before fading. But Ethan's ocean compass continued pointing straight down. There really is a city under there. He leaned over the railing of his Tier 2 exploration cutter. The water was unbelievably clear. Hundreds of meters below, faint outlines of massive buildings rested in eternal darkness. Skyscrapers, bridges, roads. Even after thousands of years beneath the sea, the city remained remarkably intact. The system chimed. Location confirmed. Atlantis Research Sector 7. Type, Ancient Technology Ruin. Status, First Explorer. Bonus rewards available. First Explorer. So nobody's ever been here. Another notification appeared. Entering the ruin requires underwater exploration. Required equipment. Basic diving suit oxygen supply. Looks like I'll have to craft one. Inside the workshop, Ethan opened the crafting menu. The list had expanded dramatically after reaching Tier 2. After gathering materials from Ark Haven, he had just enough. Craft complete. Basic diving suit. Defense +15. Oxygen duration 45 minutes. Pressure resistance 300 meters next came a pair of weighted boots, a reinforced helmet, and a waterproof backpack. Finally, he crafted an iron harpoon gun. Iron harpoon gun, damage 48. Effective range 20 meters. Special effect, can tether targets or objects. Ethan admired the weapon. It isn't much, but it's better than a wooden spear. Cold water surrounded his diving suit as he slowly descended. Sunlight faded with every meter. Fish scattered around him. Schools of glowing jellyfish drifted lazily through the water like floating lanterns. The deeper he went, the quieter everything became. Only the sound of his own breathing echoed inside the helmet. At 100 meters, coral-covered office buildings emerged from the darkness. At 200, cars rested on flooded highways. Streetlights leaned sideways, wrapped in colorful seaweed. At 280 meters, he reached the city itself. The streets looked frozen in time. A cracked billboard still stood outside a shopping mall. An overturned bus rested beside a fountain, now filled with coral. Glass towers reflected the faint blue glow of strange crystals growing from their walls. This, Ethan whispered, used to be someone's home. The system remained silent. Even it seemed to respect the place. The compass needle pointed toward a massive circular building. Unlike the others, it still had electricity. Blue lights flickered behind reinforced glass. Power. After thousands of years. That was impossible. The front entrance stood half open. He carefully stepped inside. Automatic doors opened. Seriously. Lights blinked on throughout the hallway. Dust floated through the water. Rows of laboratories lined both sides. Broken computers. Floating documents. Shattered glass tubes. One room still contained skeletal remains wearing white lab coats. The sight made Ethan stop. They never escaped. A notification appeared. Historical record found. Would you like to play recovered data? Yes/no, he pressed YES. A hologram flickered into existence. A woman in a blue research uniform appeared. Static distorted her image. If anyone finds this, the melt wasn't natural. Ethan's eyes widened. The recording continued. We failed. The core awakened, a seal. The Guardians. Don't let. Static overwhelmed the message. The recording ended. Corrupted data recovery progress, 3% additional data fragments required. The great melt wasn't natural. Everything Ethan had been told suddenly seemed incomplete. A metallic clang echoed through the hallway. Then another. Footsteps. Heavy ones. From the darkness emerged a humanoid machine. Nearly 3 meters tall. Its body was covered in rust, barnacles, and coral. One glowing blue eye remained active. The other socket was empty. The system identified it immediately. Guardian Unit A-17 level, 14 type, ancient defense machine status. Hostile, the robot raised an arm. A blade extended from its wrist. Combat began. Ethan fired first. The iron harpoon struck the Guardian's shoulder. Minus 34 HP, the machine barely reacted. Instead, it charged. So much for stealth. Ethan dove aside as the blade sliced through a concrete pillar. Chunks of debris floated through the water. The Guardian turned with mechanical precision. Its damaged joints made it slower than expected. Ethan smiled. I can work with that. He fired another harpoon. This time he aimed at the robot's knee. Critical hit. The joint exploded apart. The Guardian stumbled. Ethan rushed forward. Drawing his knife, he climbed onto its back and plunged the blade into the glowing blue core in its chest. The light flickered once, twice, then faded. The giant machine collapsed. Enemy defeated. Guardian Unit A-17 experience gained. 2,400 golden lights surrounded Ethan. Level up. Level 10 right arrow, level 12 new skill unlocked. Analyze allows detailed inspection of creatures, items, and technology. The Guardian dissolved into particles. Only one object remained. A crystal the size of a human heart. It pulsed with blue light. Crystal core quality. Rare ancient energy source compatible with advanced ship technology. Ethan grinned. The sonar scanner. His excitement was interrupted by another sound. A much heavier one. The floor vibrated. Not from one machine. From many. His newly unlocked Analyze skill activated automatically. Multiple life signatures detected. Scanning 12, 27, 48. Warning. Guardian units activating. Red lights illuminated across the facility. Rows of inactive machines slowly opened their glowing blue eyes. One after another. Dozens became hundreds. At the far end of the chamber, an enormous blast door rumbled open. A colossal figure stepped into view. Unlike the smaller Guardians, this one stood nearly 15 meters tall. Its armor was black instead of silver. Its chest bore the emblem of a crown. The system froze for nearly 3 seconds before displaying its information. Guardian Commander, Aegis Level, 50, Title. Warden of Atlantis Research Sector 7, Status, Boss. First clear, Boss. The giant machine lifted a massive spear. Its mechanical voice echoed through the flooded city. Identity verified. New administrator detected. Ethan blinked. What? The Guardian slowly knelt on one knee. Then every active Guardian in the facility followed. Hundreds of machines bowed in perfect unison. Welcome back, Commander.